Transform.
Welcome to seeing how the sausage is made. Live.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
I am Oz, the great and powerful.
Right. Since we do movie quotes.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
And then I got to fix it in Restream.
Howdy, folks. Tio is still making sausage back here, backstage. He's jiggling wires and IT stuff.
Now, this is my left hand. There are many like it, but this one is mine. It's another movie quote for you.
Okay. And you can tell you're not left-handed. There's no calluses on that hand.
No, and my mouse is in my right hand. Kind of gives it away. So, John, WV3L, we were looking at your membership, trying to figure out why you're not in the members-only room. We don't have an answer yet, but we are looking at it. So, speaking of members-only rooms, if you join the channel, my channel, Temporarily Offline, where you're watching right now, or Jim's channel, FEP Labs Radio, where you watch Ham Church on Sunday mornings, there's a join button right below the screen.
Namaste.
And you get access to a super secret Discord channel where we talk smack about all the other ham tubers out there. And Don's actually nice in the private chat. So
he is.
If you want to see the nice side of Don, then that's the place to go see him. Hi, Don. How you doing? So thank you to all of those that are members.
I was going to say we should quit talking about him. He's right here. And then I realized, we don't care. We'll talk about him in front of him.
He talks about us in front of us. So
right. Good point.
It is what it is. So some housekeeping stuff. I have some of these Toads DI boards that you can get at temporarilyoffline.com. And then also on the website, I've got shirts. And some of you guys have picked up some shirts, and some of you guys have made some suggestions. So I did that. I added some stickers, and a couple of y'all got them. But one of the things that I did wrong, and I know it's me, is this is a 3-pack of stickers. And some of you are ordering like 4 3-packs thinking you're getting 4 stickers, and I'm shipping you 12 stickers. So just to let you know, it's order 1, get 3 in the mail kind of thing. And then little journal, the mug turned out really, I didn't expect it to look that nice. That looks really cool. I got to order me one of these.
See,
do I have 11 meters? Actually, legitimately 11 meters right here. Go ahead.
I don't drink coffee out of a mug like that anymore.
Yeah, and then
I mean, it's like Office Space level 1987. It's a pretty mug. There you go.
They don't have the tumblers like they did for like we did on Coffee and Ham Radios back when I was part of that.
What size are those?
That's what I'm trying to find out now. 20 ounces, so they're not bad.
Okay, that's a starter coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's sharp looking. I like the black.
Yeah. It'll also help keep it warm just through solar convection.
Right. It'll keep my iced tea warm. I only drink coffee out of the thing anyway, 90% of the time.
One of you guys wanted a pocket tea.
That kid does not look like he is happy to be wearing that shirt.
He's not. Well, no, he is a ham. That's how you can tell he's a ham. He's not happy.
Oh, because he's not happy? Okay.
Right.
He's like,
right.
Yeah. I could be doing JS8 call and Pactor right now.
That's not the one I wanted. I wanted to get rid of that one. Cool. So
I need to do merch.
All of that.
So what storefront are you using?
So that is Shopify, because Shopify is the one that integrates with YouTube directly. Okay. And then Shopify has a bunch of integrations inside of it. One of those is called Printful. And Printful is the one that our friend Locutus got a shirt for the Y Cars Club when I helped him out with the space station pass. And I helped him out. I did some publicity. I didn't really build the radios and make the contacts and fly to South Carolina. He sent me one of the T-shirts, and it was like a nice shirt. This is a Sticker Mule T-shirt, and Mule's email. They'll send you like a deal once a month, and you can get a shirt for like $14 with whatever image you want on it, quantity 1, size specific to whatever size they want to get rid of, or something like that. The shirts that are on the website are a softer shirt than this, and I can't really tell you how soft this is over camera, but somewhere in there. Oh, a Ham Church shirt. Nice.
Yeah. I need to work on that. Apparently, I've got something to do the rest of the week at work now.
There you go. There you go. Some people get paid to poop on the clock. Jim gets paid to make T-shirts on the clock.
That's right.
So, I'm on the overhead side because we're going to play with the VR N76 and the VR N7600. This is the N76. The 7600 is on the desk over here. And somebody was asking some questions, and I'm like, oh, I'll do a video on that. And then I'm like, I'll do a live stream on that because that'll be more fun, because I didn't have anything planned because I was lazy today. We need a Columbia PFG shirt with the FEP Labs logo on it.
Right. That's right.
It's got to be blue. Andy, thank you.
Andy Cowley has been a member for 56 months. Long time.
Cheers.
Yes, sir. Cheers, mate.
My Poda Baba. Can't put any stickers on it because it's already etched.
That's like with friggin' lasers on that.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's got the woods.
There we go. Friggin' lasers.
It's friggin' lasers. And then it says Parks on the Air. I did a video on this like a year ago at this point, but the links still work.
That's right. That's right, John. Smoke them if you got them.
Right. Some badass guy lighting a cigarette off of an old tube amp.
That's right.
I
might, more than once, have picked up a piece of burning house and used it to ignite a cigarette post house fire.
That's one of like the most badass things a firefighter can do, right?
I know, and nobody got a picture because none of us, had phones in our turnout gear to take pictures. But I did it one time just because I wanted to light a damn cigarette and my Bic was dead, or my Zippo, whatever I had with me.
At least you didn't transpose those letters and say your dick was bad.
Yeah, no, my Bic lighter was not functional. And of course, there's always embers there. So I picked up a piece of burning stick and lit my cigarette with it. And the crowd went wild. They thought that was awesome.
Yeah, it was a bone. Picked up a burning bone.
That's
nice.
Right. That's right. No, I am not old enough to have attended Woodstock. I was 7 in 1969. Actually, I was 6 when Woodstock happened.
You were past twinkle stage.
Right. And Jonathan, thank you for the 1999 super chat.
Thank you. I can't guarantee you'll learn anything, but thank you anyway.
Jonathan, it's so cute that you say that, like we actually know what we're doing with it, right?
Right. So that's not the one I wanted. That's the one I wanted. So I've been doing some repair videos. This is somebody mentioned 11 meters earlier. This is the Radioddity MB1, and a video I've got coming out on this. It's 4 watts on 11 meters from the factory. But then if you do the open mod that I do in the, that's not the way that was supposed to work.
You're clicking the wrong thing. I'm trying to get the, okay.
My hands are full of radio.
I know.
I'm good.
I go to click to turn off the comment, but then it scrolls right as I click. So instead of turning off that comment, I turn on another comment.
So let me check something. Locutus has said something here. I'm going to put it on the screen and then just do hide. And then we put something else on the screen. Okay, so do this, Jim. Put a comment on the screen. Now hover over the comment.
Oh, sweet.
So you can hide it on the screen instead of hide it from the moving chat. Okay. So we learned something live together. I saw it there and I was like, I don't want to click that. I don't know if it's going to hide all comments for the rest of the stream or not, but we can, this is Nuggets. We can do stuff like that. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. There is a frequency expansion mod, which is really slick because as a ham, I can take this radio from CB, which it is from the factory, and convert it to a ham radio and actually make contacts on the air with it legally because I'm a licensed ham. And it goes from 4 watts to 15 watts, and then it does 10, 11, and 12. But once it's converted, I can't use it. And somehow I'm playing a video. Why am I playing a video? Yeah, that was not the right button. Okay. You can convert this from CB to ham, but then once it's converted, you can't use it on CB anymore because it's no longer type accepted, and that is no longer legal. So the rules get you in both directions. If you take a ham radio and convert it to GMRS, which we're actually going to do tonight on stream to demonstrate that it can be done, you can't use it on GMRS because it's not type accepted for GMRS. What did we learn? We learned how to do the chat.
We learned how to hide the comment the other way, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So stream is a success. Thank you all. And we'll see you next week. No, I'm kidding.
It wasn't smoldering bones, John. I am not that tacky. It was, a piece of burnt house. I mean, I'm close to that tacky, but not quite.
I need a dummy load to do this in order to do it legally as a demonstration for all y'all folks. And then I need a SMA union because my dummy load is the wrong gender for this, which I keep in my really awesome tiny SA case.
Starman, I'm not sorry about the Bama game either. I just live in Alabama. I'm not a Bama fan. The old lady graduated from Auburn with 2 degrees. So we are Auburn people. War Eagle, baby.
Yes,
and I'm an Illini, which sucks, but there it is.
She has 1 degree more than you, so she wins.
Well, she has 2 degrees more than me. I never finished anywhere.
Ah.
I've been to the finest colleges in the country. I just never finished.
So there is a trick to unlocking the Vero radio. And I tried to do a video on this, but my radio was already unlocked. So we're going to do it on this radio here. Well, we were, but the battery's dead. We get another battery. I left the radio on. They kind of consume power when they're on. It's weird. And the other thing that I wanted to mention, we've got a link down in the description for this radio. This is the Radioddity version, and you'll notice it looks fairly identical because they're actually made by the same company. And you can also get the Btech, which is what Jim has. Radioddity couldn't sell these for a while due to a agreement issue, but now they can sell them again. I want the battery. And as a result of that, they are back for sale on Radioddity. So you can get them for $15 off with my discount code at Radioddity, and you can get them for $10 off with my discount code at Vero. And then the Vero is the one that you can get in the color. And then I don't have a discount code for the Btech model. There we go. Power. So, Jim, what is a GMRS frequency? 467 something?
462 and some change. We got some housekeeping while you're doing that. Bill Rogers has been a member for 8 months at the GMRS level.
You.
Bill said, War Eagle. War Eagle, my brother. That's right. Because she could hear me, and if I say go Illini, she might yell at me. And then
675. Thank you, James.
And we have, every time I click, the chat rolls. Stop it.
Well, good thing there's a new way to do that.
Well, no,
oh, no, you're trying to add one.
Tend to your own knitting there. Airhammer Ron, W4ORH, has been a member for 55 months. And Ron, I will forgive you for being a Boilermaker. It's okay. And just FYI, the Illini are en fuego so far this year. So cool. At this time.
At this time.
Well, I mean, they're 2-0. It's like a miracle. And we have a super chat from Michael.
Michael, thank you.
KD8GIJ. Michael, my buddy. I was never at Ohio State. Illinois. Illini.
So this one here, I've got it on VFOA, which you can see by the red indicator over there. And then the frequency is a GMRS frequency. And between the letter H, which I need to change that, I want to do it on low power.
Did you see, no, 462 550 and 462 650?
Somebody in the chat, James, had tossed out a frequency. So
okay,
close enough. So low power and then the antenna symbol and the dummy load. So somewhere between the L and the antenna symbol, it's going to show that it's transmitting. And so you can now see the chevrons that indicate that it's transmitting. So this one is already frequency expanded. And now that we've gone down that rabbit hole, let's switch this over to the other radio. Because I don't know. I never checked if the Radioddity is frequency expanded. And if it is not, then we will expand this one. If I can remember where my instructions are for how to do it. And doing this is fun, but it's completely illegal to transmit on it. And it's a one-way trip.
So once you've made that change, you are
able to illegally transmit and must exercise restraint. All right, she's on. So this one's already on low power. We've got the dummy load, 462, 575. What was the frequency you had? I don't remember off the top of my head. So
462, 650 or 550?
6500. Okay. So same thing. Is it open? No, that one's already open too. So that one's in an open transmit mode. So these are now both GMRS radios. And if you haven't ever seen it before, there is this radio here, which is also somewhat highly similar in design and so forth, but you'll notice that this one is missing a keypad. This is the Btech GMRS Pro, and this one is supposed to be GMRS only, and this is where it all started, and then it evolved, actually started with the N7500, evolved into this, then evolved into this. And
now that's the GMRS Pro is that programmable at all?
This uses the same cell phone app that this one does.
Okay.
But it's GMRS, and I think it's also frequency unlocked. And the battery's dead in that one. No? Yeah, it is. I caught some light in my eye from the speaker area. But I think this one's also unlocked too. And this one will actually send digital messages back and forth, and you can decode them over here, but I think this one won't do APRS. It just does their own proprietary message format. So,
are the batteries interchangeable? The chat wants to know.
For all three of them, yes.
They look very close.
So this is the GMRS Pro battery, BP26, and this is the UV Pro N76 ham radio battery, and this is the BP-26B. But they look pretty darn close to me. The internal connection.
The one in your right hand looks a little bigger.
See the difference?
Yeah.
So they're not interchangeable. Yeah. So you can see the terminals are at a different location.
Yep.
They're the same shape, but they're not the same electrical configuration.
And those are USB-C chargeable batteries, correct, on both of those?
Yes.
Look at that.
Now here's something. Here's a trick that's a problem with USB-C chargeable batteries. This is a working USB-C power cable. I'm going to plug it into USB-C, and then off camera here, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm plugging it in to that, and it lights up, and now it's going to make a fool of me. The red light is on. But a lot of times what you'll do when you run into these, they're actually USB-C shaped connectors, and it doesn't have the power delivery stuff. So it won't charge unless you have a media converter type deal, like an OTG type setup. So this is USB-C, and then it converts it to USB-A. So a lot of your ham radio accessories claim to be USB-C. They're USB-C-esque.
Well, and I'm sure someone in the chat will correct me, but there's like 2 or 3 or 4 different semi-fluid standards for USB-C. There's the connector style.
Oh.
And then there's a lot of things, and I probably have some here, that don't charge at any kind of high speed. They charge at a slow speed. And then there's things that will charge at a high speed. And then the cables are also a hot mess of, is this USB 3.2? Is this USB 3.0? Is this got the E-marker chip in it, so it'll do PD? I mean, it's like, it's not really a standard. It's kind of a suggestion.
Okay, so this one is the battery out of the GMRS Pro. And you can tell because the terminals are at the top, and the terminals are at the top. And so I take this one with my USB-C cable and I plug it in, and no light. Where's the camera? There should be a light right there, which is going to be really hard to see, but that should be a red light. And we're going to make it red here in a second, because this is proving what I was trying to do earlier, and we'll go down this rabbit hole as far as we can.
So we have some information from the chat that apparently knows more than I do, which does not surprise me about USB-C. Joe Martin says USB-C does not require PD support, which I was pretty sure of when you said it did.
It doesn't require it.
Okay. And then
I said it doesn't. These batteries don't have PD, is what I said.
But I think PD is on the transmit side, so to speak, not the battery side. Maybe.
This is the device.
That's where the PD.
So this device needs it needs a PD trigger cable in it. Otherwise, it's just USB-A
in a C clothing.
Which is
okay.
what I
Many of those batteries support USB low power only. They don't have the PD e-marker chips. Okay, so Phil is agreeing with you, and will not charge. Here's the key: and will not charge on a PD only charger. Okay.
Right.
See, I don't think I knew that little fact. I assumed if you plug it in, it would at least go the low power standard.
So I just plugged this thing in. Oh, weird. Okay. So this battery here will charge USB-C. The light turns. Where's my camera? The light turns red.
We cannot see that light from here, buddy.
Yeah, but so the light's red, and it's because it's blocked by the cable and all kinds of other jazz and camera magic and stuff, and my cable's not long enough. And perhaps if I had a longer cable laying around somewhere.
In my life.
All right, longer cable achieved. So now we can go back to the overhead view. That one. We can put that up there, and then we can do that. It always makes Jim the big one for some reason. Okay. Red light on. Battery attached to radio, and maybe it's this battery, maybe it's because it's attached to the radio. Plug that in. Plug that in, no red light. Now let's unplug it from the radio and see if this is a special battery. Oh, this is a special battery.
Yeah, that's interesting. So there's some kind of circuit in there. Maybe it's a protection thing. I don't know.
Specs are the same, except this one has an orange thing on it. This radio was a prototype radio.
By the way, your internet is getting kind of dodgy.
Okay.
I'm just,
and then
FYI.
Red light. Well, I'm throwing 3 cameras in a screen. So, okay. So where's the one that won't charge so I can show you that other thing? That one charges. That one does not charge. Okay. So this one here is the one that doesn't charge. I'm going to switch it from USB-C end, not charging, and I'll do that adapter trick that I was telling you about.
So Phil says, and Phil apparently has studied on this because, yeah, I can't keep up with all this, but he says PD negotiation requires a charger and a trigger chip to negotiate a PD charging scheme. It defines 5, 9, 12, 15, and 20 volts, and also the wattage rating.
Yeah, and I think they removed 12 from the spec. So now I'm plugged in over the OTG adapter, and this now charges where before it did not over just plain USB-C.
Jason Lockwood has been a member for 2 months.
If you're ever caught out in the wild,
at
thank you,
the
Jason.
Extra level, so ham harder.
Awesome. He's at the bigger tier.
So does that mean he gets a fruitcake from us at Christmas? I still have the fruitcake from last year, so I'll just send him that one because they don't really
Yeah, it's still good. They don't go bad.
And Jason Lockwood gifted a membership. Mr. Tiberian got that membership, so thank you, Jason, for that. Mr. Tiberian, welcome to the Secret Club.
Welcome. And you guys should be automatically added.
Hey, Shane, how are you, buddy?
To the Discord room there. Okay. So that takes care of that. Let me do some screen share and do some housekeeping over there. Let's get rid of that. Let's do, hi, Jim. Let's do that one. There we go. Cool. Okay, so this is the Radioddity version. It's $179.99 with my $15 discount. Probably gets it around, that's 180, so around 165, which is the same price as the, there's a GMRS Pro. Yeah, $165 on Amazon for the Btech UV Pro. So the discount code kind of makes them all the same price is where I was headed with that. So Radioddity's got those back in stock. And then there's the same app or similar app. And then that's the Btech UV Pro. This one here, I found this today, and Why is it an error has occurred? Yeah. Because Boston Johnny and I were talking about GMRS radios, and the gold standard is the Wuxen KG. I'm going to get the number wrong. 1000 G plus or something like that. Pro, extra, plus plus. That's the one that everybody uses for GMRS. But now Vero makes a GMRS version of the radio as a 50-watt mobile. This is the GMRS model.
That
and
is
it
a
does
pretty
all
looking
the same
radio.
stuff as the
7600.
Yeah, it's a 7600. Actually, but it's a different shape. So
rectangle.
Yeah, and Btech is, well, the 7600 is slant nosed. This one's blunt nosed. It's a difference that is aesthetics only.
Jason gifted another membership, by the way. Thank you again,
Thank you, Jason.
Who got and that went to Mr. Mike Smith, G0RFD.
Mike is too OM to receive a membership. Isn't he the one that always comments 2OM for nuggets?
I don't remember.
But he's here.
I think you're thinking of 45 because he doesn't even drink coffee.
He's 2OM for nuggets.
And he likes 45s, which, yes. You know, World War II's over, buddy.
Yeah. 1911 called. They want their firearm back.
Yeah. Love you, 4-5.
Yeah. So this one here, this is made by Vero. You can tell by all the aesthetics and everything. But Btech is the only company that sells this right now. So.
And Scout's saying with the Btech version, you get the weather stations with it.
You do. The UV Pro has them built in. The UV Pro handheld has the weather stations built in.
That's the one I have, is the UV Pro.
I haven't, because I don't care about the weather stations that much personally. I haven't programmed. You can program them in yourself. Put them in a channel group, fill them full of weather stations. But I think the UV Pro also does weather alerting when you get the same alerts.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I believe you're correct, because I looked at that, but I decided I didn't want it annoying me. We have a weather radio in our house, and it mostly annoys me. I mean, it always goes off in the middle of the night, and I want to hit it with a shoe.
We had like 100-year-old trees next to our 100-year-old house that were providing free air conditioning for us by blocking all the sun out of the way from the house.
Yeah.
And also dropping limbs during high wind storms. So whenever the alert would come on, we'd leave the house. It was cheaper to get a hotel room for the night than it was to A, not sleep, or B, cut down all the trees and then install air conditioning.
I agree with you. That's probably a good plan. You know, it goes off here. We have a siren a mile away. I just hate the weather radio. I just hate it. I'm like, Jody, I'm going to go to sleep. If I get woken up by the weather, then good on me. If not, it was my time to go.
Jody, I don't know that I get the reference to 562, but I appreciate it. Explain the reference.
Radio Gaga, I think, is what he's thinking of in his head.
562 is part of the song?
No, that's just, no, it's not.
No, we still don't get it.
I don't know. He's Canadian, man. Who knows?
Right. So that is the GMRS Pro 50, GMRS 50 Pro. So let me show you the other radio, which is in the overhead camera. And we're going to really crowd the screen up. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's do that. Is that going to work? Yeah. So you can see that this is, they do look very much similar, but different enough to notice, maybe. And I don't have the 3/4 view. Let me see if I can get a 3/4 view, because it looks different enough. Maybe it is still the same.
John, what are you buying now? He just bought something. John, you are unsafe at any speed.
No, crap. It's the exact same radio body. I thought it looked different. I take it all back. I thought it looked different. It looks the same.
See, that does look.
It's slanted.
Yeah.
Slanty nosed.
Yeah. Built for speed.
Yeah.
I guess it's just the angle on the picture.
On that first picture, it looked like it was narrower, like it was that wide instead of that wide. Okay. I was wrong, and I'm a big enough ham to admit it.
My man.
Nice. That reference I get. Okay, so let's remove the overhead. and switch that back over to that position because that's the magic position for tonight's stream for some reason. So that's the GMRS 50 Pro 50 watt GMRS radio. And because it has the super cool Bluetooth app, I think that's probably the better one to get, but that's just because I like, modern technology. So these radios here have a funny connector on the side. They look like when you open it up, it looks like a K connector, but the spacing is different.
It's smaller, right, on those things? Yeah.
So if you have a K, hand mic or the Btech APRS cable, it won't fit into this radio unless you get this adapter, that adapter. It's there in my real life.
Jody said it meant nothing.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So I believe it's an M connector, and that adapts M there to K there. And I have one. I don't have any M radios that I know of. So this is my VR. I'm not sharing that camera. Is that going to work? Is that going to work? Is that going to work? This is my N76 Go bag. I did a video on this one, and I converted the orange one that I did in the video to the red one because of the red radio. Because you have to have matching accessories, including the red signal stick.
I got to admit, I'm still jealous of the colors. Because when I bought my UV Pro, the Vero was available in like black and baby blue or something.
Yeah.
And
the Vero was the one that was all in colors. Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't have any good colors. I wanted either Coyote or FDE or something like that, and those weren't available either. And so I just ended up going with basic black. And then I think the UV Pro was like maybe $5 cheaper at the time.
Yeah. It's not because you were cheaper.
No, I'm cheap too.
So you can see the connector spacing. This is the part that goes into the radio,
the
Gazinta, and then this is the K connector side of it. And they look so close, but they're not. This one's tighter. This one's a little looser. So I'm wondering if this is the Yaesu size.
Don't you have a 5D you could look at?
I do.
And Doc Brad has dropped a $4.99 super chat. Doc Brad, you're so right, my friend. You need a college course to keep up with all the different Chinesium radios and how to pronounce their names. I think they spin the wheel of dictionary letters or something and just come up with some of these names.
Honestly, I really appreciate what Harbor Freight does. Harbor Freight names their tools American names for an American market. I think that's the smartest thing ever.
And Interstellar Starman dropped a $4.99 super chat. Love the international operators in the chat. Thank you, Starman.
Thank you.
Jason Lockwood dropped a $5 super chat. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you, Jason. So this is the 5D single connector, single hole, single pin.
Okay.
So
I think it's a TRRS on that guy then, if it's a single pin, right?
It's the Yaesu mic standard, whatever they decided to do, because all of Yaesu's radios are all different varieties.
LC has dropped a member chat. Member for 19 months. He ordered another N7500 today. And did you mention cake?
I didn't, but I will partake.
And somebody mentioned that ICOM radios have a hand mic that use that same standard.
I think it is the M on the ICOM, but I don't have an ICOM. And I do have...
Well, see, this is what I've got on mine. This is the mic that came with my IC92.
And which generation is your 92?
Oh, it's older than the 51, I'm sure. My 92A came with this thing.
That's a weird connector, yeah.
Yeah. I know, that's what I thought.
A go bag for the 5D also.
But it's a nice mic. And it's got like a little antenna nubbin on it too, which I thought was odd. This is the GPS 5P mic. So that's a GPS antenna on the microphone. I did not know.
Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, I got to show you guys this. I have an eBay search for this. And don't be stealing my thunder with this thing. That actually made that bigger. this, can I get a bigger picture, or is this a ham radio website? Check that out. That is a Bluetooth hand mic. That is not a radio.
That is hot.
Yeah, and I thought it had the keypad on it, but it doesn't have the keypad on it. It just has a couple of buttons. But still, like these radios are Bluetooth on the mic, which you can do. This one's wired in my use case, but you can get a Bluetooth mic for these, and you just bury the radio body under the seat. There's no face to look at, so you don't need that mounted on the dashboard anywhere, and then stick this thing in your cup holder. But they discontinued this. So I've got an eBay safe search looking for one of these to pop up used. If you can get it, I linked it down in the description so you can get the part number, and then when there's one that comes up, you let me know and I'll get it, and then you can get the next one, because we're buds like that, and I introduced it to you, so I called dibs. But they're discontinued. They're out. Can't buy it from Buy Two-Way Radios.
Jonathan ordered the Coyote, and they sent him a black model. He got TO'd.
Oh, did you really? That was a running gag that didn't actually happen. I knew exactly what color I was getting every single time. And
Clayton bought all.
Whoa!
Clayton, you might have a worse problem than Boston Johnny, and that's saying
I hope you used my link.
Buddy.
Saved you $15 times 7 colors.
That's $105. All of the N76 colors and matching signal sticks. That's cool. That's
Which one did you use for the prison radio? I don't know that Signal Stick has a clear one.
I mean, I would have used white or something, I guess.
Yeah. And then I need to get one of these now that I have a Bluetooth stereo in the car. You wrap this around the steering wheel, and then you have a PTT button on your steering wheel.
Which is a very cool idea. I like that a lot.
So I'm gonna play with that. So I got to order one of those, and there'll be a video on it if it works. There'll be a video on it if it doesn't work also. This is their regular Bluetooth mic. This is the same physical size as this mic. So it's hand sized. It's not a mini mic. It's, like you run into a human interface issue when you start shrinking things down. It doesn't need to be bigger than like a roll of quarters, but they made it, human interface size.
Timmy, where can he get a replacement case for the radio?
Maybe AliExpress.
Yeah.
There's the GMRS Pro that you can get on Vero's website, as opposed to, and they call it the VR N75. And then there's the N76. There's all the colors, and they've got the wheel of colors down here. And then the prison edition came out after they took this picture. I agree with you, Dave. I can't confirm it, but I agree with you.
What I thought too, but I'm not entirely sure.
I don't have any Motorola radios. Perhaps if there was some Moto head in the chat, out of the 2 Moto heads that we have in our group.
Frank.
Ginger.
Is Ginger Shane? I don't think Ginger Shane is here.
He's not here, but he went through the airport with 6 Motorola HTs strapped to his belt.
And yet he's engaged to a human female. Totally shocked.
Yes, I haven't seen pictures of her, and I'm not saying anything about the way she looks.
May not be real.
She exists. She's
she may not be real.
That's what I'm getting at.
She could be plastic.
Not testing any judgment. But with that many Motorola radios, she's got to be hot.
Got to be.
So red, blue. The blue was actually really nice in person. I didn't think I would like it. The orange, the yellow, and then they've got green, which is one of these two. The photos don't do it justice. One of these two is like bright yellow, and the other one is
baby shit yellow.
I don't remember, but I've got a video with each of the colors in it in the series, and then each video shows you something different about what the radio does.
Scott said the narrow plug is called an M1, and it's a Motorola creation.
All right, cool. Thanks, Scott.
And then, Tim has been a member for 16 months.
Tim,
rock out with your M connector out.
Awesome.
He spelled with wrong, but
we'll allow it since he's a member.
Right. And James has dropped a 556 super chat. He said type star and hit enter. Or Jason, I mean.
Thank you, Jason.
Cyber Jason. Mm-hmm.
Cyberman. So this one came out after they did the beauty shot with all the different colors, so you can get it in the prison edition. And that's the 2 18650s in the battery pack in the back. It actually does look pretty good in person. And then there's the 7600. And the predecessor, I have not confirmed this yet, but I think the predecessor has all the same firmware updates. So, like, you can still get this for relatively cheap and do all the things.
I think I paid $150 for the one I had from RNL, 150 or 160, something like that. We did a giveaway on that other ham radio show with it because I did a video or two on it and I wasn't using it, so I got rid of it. But it was a cool radio. The Bluetooth mic is an interesting idea, and certainly the app is too, because then you can stash the whole thing out of the way. No extension cable required. Just saying.
So this is the microphone off of the N7600. Let me zoom in.
Are you going to plus this up? There you go.
I am. Look at that.
Ooh, crystal clear too.
So happens when you pay a lot of money for a camera. Let's see. This is in high power mode. I want to put it into low power mode. Oh, we got the beeper on. So that's in low mode. And then I had an offset on there. I need to turn that off.
And that comes with mounting brackets, right?
Yes. I'm looking where to turn the beep off. Enable Bluetooth mic, even though I don't have it.
Oh, thank you, God.
Okay. So that's low power 146.52. I need to change the channel. And even though there isn't a number pad on here, I can still go in and channel and then choose edit. And then I can do frequency, which is what was the 462?
462, 650, and 550.
462. And 5's already there. Well, now there's a 6 there. 650.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if that's a repeater frequency or a simplex.
Doesn't matter. It's a GMRS frequency is all I needed. And then OK. And then, so now it's 462, 650. And will it transmit? We'll see the same. Yeah, it's already opened up. So, oh, nice. Awesome, Garth. So let's see.
How's that battery, Garth?
The one he bought from you?
No, the one he bought from you at Dayton and humped all the way back to his car.
I think this is the battery with a charge in it. So I'm going to connect this and see if I can do the open trick anyway. And that other radio was totally connected to a dummy load, in case anybody's watching. This one. So you can see this dummy load, but a mobile radio, it's hard to see the dummy load on. So that one's still transmitting on that frequency. And then,
Tim, I got that. I'm trying to catch up with comments. Ronnie's asking VGC BHM 79.
That is the Bluetooth hand mic, and I just closed it, but
that sounds right. Did you mention the model number?
I did not. It's in the description down below.
Okay.
And I don't have enough space here to deal with that right now. Let me. I need to pull up a document. I was in the middle of something before I got interrupted. Jeez, people.
Like Joe Martin says the N76 cable looks like a Moto M1, but it's pinned differently.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because there is. I thought it was weird. Let me do this over here on this screen. Get that screen out of the way. You see how it's a TRS,
and TS. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think this one here is a TRRS on other radios as well. On both pins. I could be wrong. Anyway, back to what I was looking for. I have a note because there's like a special key tap. I think I got rid of it. Wasn't going to be
Mishtastic David, how are you, Davo? Dave said he has the 7500 and he is still getting updates.
So does it have the smart beaconing feature in the menu system now? I guess it would be in the app because there is no menu ability on that radio.
And LC said he found the best price at two-way radio.
Nice. power button in the app 10 times. That's not the unlock code that I found, but we'll try that too.
Man, I am way behind on chats. Okay.
You had one job, Jim.
I can't keep up. These people are on fire tonight, Steve. They're on fire. And then Frank puts out, like 17 copies of every link to make sure everybody gets the message. So
he's doing a good job.
I didn't say he wasn't. I'm just like...
Settings.
Tierney is asking, and this is a very good question, is the 7600 a big upgrade over the 7500, since Dave is saying 7500 is getting the same upgrades?
Yeah. So if the 7500 has a smart beaconing feature, then there is no update.
No major difference?
Dave's also asking me if I got the STL for the label. I did not, but I do have that information in that short. So if you go into the settings, there is this power, and I think this is what you're talking about, where you're supposed to tap this 10 times.
It's reacting.
There it is. Are you sure you want to configure the device to factory test mode? So that's how you do the unlock, but mine's already unlocked.
John, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So in case you all didn't see that, I don't want to do it into factory test mode. If you go into the app, and I've got it zoomed in, if you go into the app, I've named this radio Big Red. You click on the three dots, you click on settings, and then you scroll down to where it shows you the power information, and you just tap on that 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It pops up with this screen. Perfect. Awesome. So yeah, the 7500, if you can get one cheap, do it. If you don't have a choice to get either one brand new, then get the newer one, just because I feel like they're going to support the newer one longer. I could be wrong. Vero has been a really good company about updates. So here's how you're supposed to do the frequency expansion mode on this radio, but mine's already expanded, so I don't want to do it. So it is tap the power button 10 times. And then for firmware, there is an update already for my firmware. I'm zoomed in too much for this.
And Ken says it does do the smart beaconing on the 7500.
Sweet. So confirmed. If you find a deal at a Hamfest, they should be like, I don't know, 110 bucks, 120 bucks at a Hamfest.
What is the 76 new? 180?
I don't know. I had it up earlier.
I mean, I do 100, 125 tops. Yeah.
So there's a firmware update. The firmware update process on this is pretty easy. When you're in here, after you download, well, let's just do it, because what do we got? We got some time. All right, so let's download it. I forgot to read what it said. Support for satellite mode, frequency mode, power. Frequency mode transmit power supports local control, so you can control the power on the radio from here. That's neat. Fix the issue where announcing the current channel would cause existing VFO mode. That doesn't make any sense. Fix the issue where announcing the current channel would cause exiting. Oh, okay, exiting VFO mode. Got it. Yep, it's probably a vision, light-dependent person option. Added alarm volume option in sound settings. Okay, so let's start the update process. It's going to take 4 minutes to transfer over Bluetooth to the radio. And you can see the radio is not doing anything. And then it says, if there's no response for a long time, try abort and restarting.
Okay, we have some questions, which I've just taken to pinning because, wow. ADHD asked a long time ago, how easy is it to extend the cable on the mic cable on the 7600? Yeah, hold your phone up, otherwise it's like right in front of the camera there, buddy.
I told you not to do that. Are you back now?
I've been back. I'm waiting on you.
Okay. No. So my phone takes over my headset that I'm using to hear you, And then I
Oh,
disconnected it, and then it reconnected itself. And when the phone takes over, then I can't hear you. So what was the question that you asked that I couldn't hear, so I couldn't reply to?
okay. I thought it was like, a message from your girlfriend or something.
Probably.
Or Chris was telling you she was disconnecting the trailer.
At least you gave me a heads up this time.
Right? You got a heads up this time. ADHD, we got about 5 or 6 questions because I'm just starring them at this point. ADHD asked this a while back. Do we know how easy it is to extend the mic cable on the 7600?
Find the right connectors, which are the aircraft style connectors.
I was going to say it's the round aircraft ones. Olsen connectors, I think.
I'm sure that these are made somewhere.
Yeah.
If not, unscrew it and make your own.
Yep. Absolutely.
Make your own ugly cable, but I would prefer to buy one with the right connectors on it.
Right.
Myself.
Don asked, how do you turn off the factory test mode?
That's what I was saying. It's a one-way trip, as far as I know.
Yeah. I thought that's what you'd said, but Don missed that.
Yeah, he's good.
I mean, he's old.
I like my radio too much to experiment with it and accidentally harm it.
Toast it, yeah. Mike Smith
Usually
is
I
asking.
have no problem with that.
Mike Smith said the mic is better on the 7600, and someone else had also mentioned they thought the receive was a little better on the 7600 as well.
Yeah, so the mic on the 7500 does not have this screen, and the connector is different. I think is it still an aircraft connector on the 7500?
I think so, but it's been 4 years since I've seen that radio, so I couldn't tell you for sure. I mean, I'm like you. I would probably, at this point, buy a 7500 again, just because it's headless and could be useful for a whole lot of other things, right?
Yeah, especially with the Bluetooth TNC, you can have it be your APRS digipeater station. I mean, you need a control device to make it work,
right?
But that control device you would need anyway for doing Bluetooth TNC.
Regardless, yeah. Bug is asking, is there an audio receive difference between the 75 and 7600? He's spoiled with the audio on his ICOM or FTM 300.
I have no way of comparing that. I can't.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I mean, I'll be honest with you. This is my opinion and worth every penny you guys are paying for it. You can't tell the difference. Unless it's an absurdly overmodulated signal, which sounds crappy, or they're talking 7 feet away from the microphone and you can't hear any modulation, they all sound almost the same. I mean... Yeah.
Ham radio is not hi-fi.
It ain't hi-fi. That's right. It ain't hi-fi.
It's not 16-bit, 44.1 kilohertz audio. I mean, you're talking, low.
Yep.
What is the MDX test mode used for? I was told that's the frequency expansion that's going to allow your radio to do things that it shouldn't be allowed to do. And you will be legally responsible. So now we got a new message here. The data transfer is complete. Do you want to continue the upgrade process? The device will be reboot before to process. So I hit OK. And then updating firmware. Please do not turn off the power.
Don has another question. No EP, not 5.1 Dolby. Don is asking, can you do APRS on the radio alone on the 7600?
Good question. It's going to be really difficult, I bet. So let's do signaling, send message. Yep, you can do it.
Okay.
I mean, there's your user interface.
That took you about 75 less button presses than it takes on the 5D or the 500, or I'm sure the 510. I have a 500. I love my 500.
So
it sucks to try and send a message on.
This is not T9. This is not QWERTY. This is its own little thing. KM9, and this is not a properly formatted APRS message, but it will send out using the APRS protocol as far as AX25 goes. And then green button, and then OK, and ta-da! I've sent a message.
And Clayton confirmed that, and then Brian Baldwin said, on an independent channel, supports KISS and Bluetooth Low Energy and has smart beaconing positioning mode.
Yes. So the update is complete. The radio has rebooted, and then we go into firmware version and says no updates are available. So here's the trick to get the beta version of the firmware whenever they decide to release one, and it is limited when they do release one. It's limited to like 500 downloads or something like that. So you tap it 10 times and you saw it do a little swirly.
Mm-hmm.
So it checked and there's no beta firmwares available.
Okay. Don is asking, can you do beaconing without a phone on the 7600?
I believe so. Good question, Don. Menu, general settings, APRS settings, call sign path, passcode, signaling settings, send ID, GPS allow check, preamble. No.
Send ID? Wouldn't that be a beacon?
I think that's to manually beacon. Digital mode enable. Done. Share location every 5 minutes.
Ah, there you go.
Channel or the specified channel. The format is BSS or APRS. Call sign. It wants my call sign because I haven't programmed that in yet.
So, Don, the answer to your question is yes.
Yes.
And Clayton answered him a second or two later. Yes, you can beacon without a phone. He does it all the time.
These are actually really good radios for the price that you pay. They come with a mounting bracket. They have a remote head because you probably already have a cell phone holder in your car. And then I don't know what my passcode is. How am I going to put my? There we go.
And Ronnie said it's an 8-pin extension cable.
Okay. So let me do this because this is available to do. I'm sharing my screen out so I can show you the APRS passcode thing because I don't remember what my APRS passcode is. Okay, so we do APRS, PASS. These are not passwords. These are not encrypted. These are not anything special other than. Thank you, Jim.
Oh, I didn't mean to make it pop up over your screen. This works so differently. I was sharing Dave's. I was queuing it up. Sorry.
So this is the APRS passcode generator. You just search for APRS passcode generator on the interwebs, and you generate passcode for any call sign, and it gives you back a hash, not a password. I'm sharing this with you because you can just go do this yourself and get my passcode, and then you can impersonate me. So let's unshare that. Where's the unshare button?
Over there on the right side by the picture.
Yeah. So it's 488. So it's not impossible, but it's better to do this from the cell phone app. And the cell phone app is fairly well done. And I spaced wrong. 488 is my code. And then green button. And this is where it gets weird. Now I have to hit the OK button up here. If I hit the green button, I've abandoned. And if I hit the OK button, then I've saved. So
hey, Freddie.
Now I've saved my passcode. Howdy, Fredward. Okay. So yes, you can set up beaconing from the microphone itself.
All right, what I was going to share when I so rudely interrupted you, and I profusely apologize for offending thee, is, well, now it's not there. Oh, there it is.
Dave's picture.
So this is Dave's, Meshtastic Dave's setup. He's got his 76 and 7500 set up in a Go box with a very sexy screen.
It looks like a USB-C screen. So what computer are you running that's got USB-C video out that fits in that box that runs on 12 volts?
Because I
guess it would be an Android tablet.
That might be, yeah.
That makes more sense since it's an Android app.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I think it is a tablet because that's a camera hole right there. That looks like a camera hole, so that might be a tablet.
That's pretty cool.
And then that's his N76, and then
that's the special Bluetooth mic.
That one is. Oh, yeah, that is. That sure is. Okay.
That's not a radio. That's just a speaker mic.
And then there's, this one is Radioddity branded, not Vero.
Yes. Radioddity has that.
That's the same, right? That's the 7500 basically?
It's 7500 in Radioddity clothing, yeah.
Okay. So that is Dave's Go Box situation, which is pretty cool, I thought.
Dave actually makes some really cool Go boxes. He's got one that has the radio, the 50-watt mobile radio in the center and like 6 fangs, 3 on each side. So he's the war chief. Yes, Bluetooth is radio. You're correct, Ken. Ken is out pedanticing me.
That is hard to believe.
Oh, we missed Yusef's super chat.
Dude, I'm sorry, buddy.
Let me scroll. I'm scrolling.
Scroll on.
Scroll. Beautiful scroll. There it is. Thank you. What's up, fellas? I have already done KISS with my Btech, but can't wait to run Pinpoint APRS with my 7500. Awesome.
Love Pinpoint, Yusef. It is the schniz. Much better than Direwolf, in my opinion.
So I heard a less offensive expansion of the KISS acronym. KISS is normally keep it simple, stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And so that might be offensive to some people. Some people get triggered easily.
Only the stupid people.
Right, and stupid should hurt. I heard it a different way. Keep it stupid simple instead of keep it simple stupid. Keep it stupid simple.
That is slightly less offensive.
Make it easier.
Right. Keep it
no offense
simple.
Intended, Yusef. Thanks for stopping by. Greatly appreciate you having there.
Yeah. The only downside to Pinpoint is it only works on Windows, as far as I know.
Yeah, I don't think Direwolf does the Bluetooth. I think you have to do that from the underlying operating system.
Right.
Like make it all magic behind the scenes. Keep it super simple is how Dave says it. Nice.
Yeah. John said we probably offended the simple people.
So that's more than all I had. There are links in the description for most of the stuff that we talked about, and even for some of the stuff that we talked about that you can't get, but I wanted you to have like pictures and images and stuff, and some discount codes down there if you're interested in getting this. I normally don't make product recommendations, but this is a radio for the 2010s, I think. Is that like the right time frame?
Yeah, that seems about right. 20 teens. I'd say teens, not the 10s.
Right. So when did Bluetooth come out? 2009?
Oh, Lord.
No, it's 1997.
No, I was at
early 2000s.
It was late 90s, very early 2000s at most.
Yeah. And we should have had like ham radio leading the way. I know I say things that are funny sometimes, but like ham radio should have been the first adopter of a new radio technology that enabled communication between radio devices and computer devices.
Right. Well, you would think, as cutting edge as a lot of ham stuff is, that overall we would be that way. But Tio and I share YouTube comments from special people. And Hayden is in that club, and I get some from other YouTubers as well. And, I mean, people, when you post a comment on YouTube,
it's public.
Try to think of what everyone's going to think about it after you post it. Because I swear some of you people, I'm not sure how you could read the test to get the license with the questions that some of you ask. And probably not you guys. It's probably the ones that watch just his videos, not the live streams. And I'm not going to name names or mention what the comment is. Tio knows which one I'm talking about. It was today.
Yeah.
I'm like, how did you pass a ham test, dude? I mean, and I tend to think that a lot of people are just either lazy or technophobic about computers.
97.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty old.
Yeah, and hams should have adopted Bluetooth technology in 1997.1.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, look, Bluetooth. Actually, tell you the truth, a ham should have invented Bluetooth.
And I don't think they're all stupid. I just think a lot of them are technophobic, right? If it says computer, it freaks them out. Yet that's the same guy who will spend hours fiddling with a toroid, and I'm not talking about Ape, that's not what I mean, so don't get excited and go tell Ape that I said toroid. But it's like they'll spend hours fiddling with setting the filters just correctly on the radio, or messing with their antenna system, or tweaking stuff to get the best possible audio they can get. But when you get to computer stuff, they just shut their brains off. I don't get that. I don't get that.
And if this is one of you, I might be a little sorry that I might offend you with this, but it's 2025. There are people that ask me how to attach files to email.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I realize that a lot of people don't need email to live their entire lives, but it's been 30 years.
Right. Oh, shit. It's been longer than 30.
It's been 30 years since it's been to the masses. I count 1995 as the day that email hit the masses.
That's fair.
Because before that, it was difficult with Trumpet WinSock and Netscape Navigate. Well, not even Netscape back then. It was Mosaic.
Mosaic, which came from the University of Illinois, by the way.
And the TCP IP stack with PPP and SLIP, point-to-point protocol, and the serial line internet protocol, and not even 56K internet. I mean, yes, email itself goes back to like the 70s, I think.
I remember us buying the Chameleon WinSock suite for Windows 3.11 when I was working for the state back in the 90s. Yeah, that was special. Grouch has been go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I thanked him for that when he popped it up. But Grouch, why not use it before you forget it? Grouch, you're early. You got like 20 days left to forget it.
Stapler. That's a good answer.
But AOL, you could do AOL before the internet was around, and you could create an email and set an attachment, and that was 80s. CompuServe, you could do that, but you didn't have to. But like the 1995 era is when, like, if you wanted anything, you needed to get online.
Well, CompuServe, I was doing email back in the 80s on my Commodore 64.
Michael, I'm not even going to say that out loud.
I mean, if you were on CompuServe before AOL came out and spammed the world with diskettes and then later CDs, right?
AOL Instant Messenger, yeah. And then Genie, GeNet,
and
Prodigy from Sears and IBM.
Commodore 64 had their own online service. Commodore had one. The Link or 64 Link or something. I cannot remember. It sucked. I don't remember what it was.
A Commodore 64 computer had Wi-Fi before ham radio had Wi-Fi.
Yeah, probably
just
so.
Put that in perspective. Yeah. What was the first ham radio commercially available that had Wi-Fi built into it? I want to say it was the 705. I could be wrong.
No, the 6200.
705 predates the 6200 and the 6100.
Are you sure?
I'm guaranteed sure on the 6200. That's only a year old. The 6100 might be 4 years old.
Oh, I was thinking of 6100 anyway. The one we did 753 videos on that you did.
Yes.
I did 1 or 2 and then I got bored and moved on. But you produced a series that was epic.
Gold. Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I was making like a video an hour on that because it came out and it was such a disappointment, and I had to share it with everybody to get my money back.
Yeah.
It was a fun radio. I still use it today because it has the SWR scanner, the built-in tuner, the small packable form factor, the built-in battery. So it doesn't do anything good, but the combinations of things it does outclasses everything else out there in its class. That's the whole outclass definition. I just redundantly repeated myself repetitiously.
Yeah. BBS is, how many of y'all out there remember TBBS or FidoNet? I know Don remembers FidoNet. He probably invented it.
Yeah, they mentioned it in the chat.
Quick BBS, which I worked on back in the 90s. God, what else? There was Opus, and there was some other weird off-brand ones I can't think of.
Byte Magazine was awesome. Computer Shopper was awesome.
Yeah.
PC World was kind of okay.
How many of you people were on Rusty and Edie's BBS for the pictures? Just saying. I was not.
That was back, like, so the reason why most of us know computers the way that we know computers is because in order to do anything, you had to like free up space on your hard disk and swap out 37 floppy disks and, set IRQs and address spaces and DMA lines and so on. And now it's like App Store, install, okay, play, and then it teaches you how to play it on the first 3 levels, and then you don't like it, so long press and uninstall. Like, no, we needed to be a part of it. This whole generation is just lost. We're going to have another generation of people that don't know how to attach files to emails.
Well, I think, and I'm older than Steve by about 10 years, I think, maybe a little less than that, but I think I kind of lucked out because when I graduated in 1980 and started messing with computers actually while I was a senior in high school with an Apple II. So it just was always something that interested me, and it ended up being what I did in the Air Force, and it ended up what I did as a civilian, and I've been screwing with PCs or computers, not just PCs, every day since 1979. So I think as an older guy, I'm kind of, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of 62-year-olds that are just clueless about technology stuff, and it wasn't until you get to Steve's age that it was much more prevalent in schools and in business use. What are you like? When did you graduate? 90, Steve?
93, high school.
93, so yeah. But I think it's just what you grew up with, and it was not as prevalent when I was going through school as it is 10 years later even.
Anything else, Jim? Are we good? Could we get
No,
it done?
I'm out of gas. I need a soda. I need a cigarette. I think that was a good show. That was a lot of info.
Yeah.
And you have all the links in the description below.
I have a ton of links in the description below. I tried to be comprehensive because there's a lot of stuff with this like this is one radio, and we did an hour-long show and didn't really actually make a contact, answered a bunch of questions, did some firmware updates. We didn't actually like do any radio stuff with it, and that's just one, and there's just a lot of stuff in there.
Right. Quantum Link, newer ham radio Elmer. That is the one that was on the Commodore 64, I think. Q-Link, I think that's what they called it. And exactly right, buckle up. I remember when Compact's portable computer was a thing the size of a small suitcase.
On my other channel, I did a bunch of work on a Compact portable computer, and they had a Plus hard card in it. And there's a very special feature that Plus hard cards have developed over the years where they don't spin, and you literally bang them on the desk. Like, I'm taking the hard drive, spinning rust out of the computer and smacking it on the desk and then putting it back in the computer.
Dude, we did that with MFM and RLL formatted spinny disks back in the 80s too.
Yeah.
If they sat for a little while, they would get what we called stiction.
Stiction, yep.
And you would just take it out and whack it on a hard surface. I'm not talking hammer, Kung Fu, Thor's Death Mjolnir hammer, but you'd whack it with some authority on the desk, and that would fix it a lot of times.
That would make it happen.
Yep. All right, boys, we're going to hit the button.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you,
y'all.
Y'all are awesome. This was fun. Debug G800:C, yep. Low-level format the drive.
Oh, my God. Whew. I'm having flashbacks on that one. I remember that.
It'd take 2.5 days.
Have you hit the button? You wait on me to hit the button.
I said thank you for hitting the button. That was what the thank